Hi, I'm DeDe. In this session, we'll do some seated sliding. Sliding is when we move our feet on the floor in a smooth, fluid way, utilizing a soft cloth if you're on a hard floor, as I am, or a smooth plastic item like the lid to a storage bowl. This will help us develop strength, stability, muscular endurance, and mobility in our lower body and core. And we'll also do some stretches toward the end to make sure that we feel limber and flexible. Here's what you'll need: a sturdy armless chair, athletic shoes, as always, some water for hydration, and then 2 items to slide depending on the floor that you're on, the floor surface. So I'm using 2 cloths because my floor surface is firm and hard. It's not a carpet. Make sure you have plenty of room around you and always move at your own pace. So now let's sit down. Make sure that your objects you're going to use for sliding are tucked underneath your chair. Your water is close by, but it's not in your way. And then we'll sit away from the back of the chair, sitting up straight and tall. Shoulders, ears, hips, all in one straight line. Same with the legs. Knees in line with your hip joints, knees over ankles. Now let's roll one shoulder back at a time. So we go up and around and up and around. I love sliding workouts because they feel so smooth, almost like you're skating. But I don't know about you, when I skate, sometimes I fall down, so I don't skate that much anymore. But I've never fallen doing sliding, especially from a seated position. So it's all the fun of skating without any of the risk of falling down. I also just like the way it feels. It feels good to my body. Let's lead with the elbow now, up and around, and up and around. And then we'll press our hands together, and we'll go side to side like this, over, and over. Just a little press with the top hand. That's all it takes to feel the stretch in your wrist and through your forearm. Now let's open and close the fingers. So we open and lightly close. Open, lightly close. 4 more. Relax your shoulders while you do this. Now we leave the fingers lightly closed and we extend and we flex through the wrists. And then we circle. It doesn't matter which direction, go in all directions. And then do those motions with your fingers open. So we're going to be holding on to the chair a little bit. I want to make sure that our hands are ready, warmed up, prepared. All right, release that. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Now let's start to tap the toes. Feet are even and straight, right, left. Keep your heel on the ground. Tap right, tap left. So we'll be pushing those objects, those sliding objects around with our feet. But really what's going to get a big workout are our hips and our leg muscles. Our core has to stabilize while we do all that. So that's going to get a bit of a workout too. And we'll add some arms so we don't forget about the upper body. Can you lift your toes any higher? Lift as high as you can, keeping your knee over your ankle as you do this. Now let's go faster. Tap right, left, right, left. Eight more, see if you can go a little higher. Utilizing those muscles in the front of our shins, keep them strong. Now ankle circles, circle out right and left. So part of our ability to locomote or to walk and move ourselves through space has to do with flexibility and coordination in our lower extremities. So our feet, our toes, every single toe has its role in balance and stability and walking. Our ankles, our calves, our shins. So we want to keep the brain connected to those lower extremities so we have coordination, and we want to keep those areas limber. Now let's go up and down on our tiptoes, up and down. And then we'll bend the elbows. Shoulders back. 8 more. Deep breathing as we move. And even when you're concentrating, try not to hold your breath. Last 4, 3. Are you starting to feel warmer? I am. Okay, both feet down. Let's open the arms up as we inhale, and then bring your arms forward as you exhale. Lift your chest up a little bit, and then let it drop down just a bit. Now feel free to look up a little bit, but make sure your ears are over your shoulders. Don't try to look up with your head forward. Don't try to do it this way. All right, so find your ultimate posture, and then you can tilt your chin up a little bit if it feels comfortable. One more here. Now let's go diagonal. Right arm up, left arm down. Open, lift your chest, and then let it drop, and then go the other way. Open up, lift your chest, and let it come down. Again. Four more. Last 2. Ah, feels so good to open up through the front of the shoulders and the chest, doesn't it? All right, let's come down. Step out. Hold on to your chair. Out, in, other foot, out, in. Angling your leg out, moving from your hip joint. So a good gauge of how far out to go is you go out until you're in line with the corner of your chair. Now, if you don't need to hold on to the chair, then you can do these swiveling arms. Out, in. Definitely feeling warmer now, right? Now keep your feet out, and then we'll inhale, hands on your legs. Exhale, keep your back straight, tip forward. Again. Make sure your feet are there to support your weight, because as we come forward, there's a lot of weight that goes forward. We certainly want to stay in our chair. We don't want to leave the chair. Now we inhale up, come forward, and exhale, stay here. Inhale, drop one shoulder down as you exhale, twist. Back to the center now, and the other way. Rotate. Two more. Now come back up to the center. Inhale. Left arm goes over. Exhale. Do it again. Same side. One more time. Now switch. Inhale to the center. Exhale over. You feel that loosening up your lower back and your waist. One more. And then we're up in the center. Turn to the right. Coming into our lunge. 90 degrees with both of the knees. We're sitting up tall. We're holding on as much as we need to. And then we tip the pelvis forward. Tip it back. So as you rock your pelvis forward, feel the contraction through your abdominals and through your glutes as well. Let's make our way to the other direction. (90-90). Pelvic rocking now. Contract, relax. Again. These hip flexors have to remain supple and flexible. Let's come back to the center now. If our hip flexors aren't supple and flexible, we can have low back pain and all kinds of other issues. We certainly don't want that. Let's go back to where we started now. We're away from the back of the chair. We're sitting up tall. Legs are even and straight. Hold on to the chair. Let's tap out and in, right and left. Right and left. Out, out. Now we'll do this same tempo, but we'll tap the heel forward. Here we go. Right, left. Let's add the opposite arm. Now if you need to hold on, keep holding on. You don't have to do any arms. But if you're able to do the arms, then do them. All right, hands in your lap or hold the chair. Step out again. Out, out. Can we bring opposite arm? And forward, heel tap, and then out to the side, toe tap. Heel tap forward, toe tap side. Heel tap forward, toe tap side. One more time, heels forward. One more time, toes side. All right, let's come back to the center now. Roll the shoulders. Are you feeling nice and warm? Let's get our sliders. So separate your feet, support with one hand, reach underneath and grab them. And then put them down where you'll be able to get onto them with your tiptoes. So you have one for each side. Tiptoes, we start holding on to the chair. Now we'll twist right, left, one foot and the other foot. How does that feel? So make sure you have the right sliding object for your floor surface. Hard floors need a cloth. Carpeted floors need a smooth plastic surface. Plastic usually works best. All right, can we try both legs? Same direction. Twist, twist. Now, if your feet get further and further away, you have to pull them back so they're not so far away. Now, what if we're not holding on? You okay with that? You're still sitting up tall, though. Let's separate the feet a little bit. See how that feels. Just move them apart. Now, if you're not holding on, if you're okay with hands in the lap, then how about if we go opposite with the arms? So if our legs are in motion and our arms are in motion, guess what has to stabilize? Our core muscles. The front of our torso, the back of our torso. Those muscles are stabilizing. Now let's do 2 in each direction. So we do 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. Breathing. No holding the breath. Now back to singles. Twist, twist. Remember, if your feet get too far out to the side or too far forward, you have to bring them back in closer. So this is a lot of tiptoes. How do your calf muscles feel? Let's come back to center now. Heels in the center of whatever you're using. Bring your legs in so they're about hip joint distance apart. Hold on to the chair, shoulders back. Let's slide right and left. Slide right, slide left. Push and pull. That's how it should feel. Pushing, pulling. So we have one foot that's holding still and one foot that's in motion. Now what if we were to do it so both feet were in motion? That looks like this. One and the other. Are you okay with that? Maybe you want to keep holding on while you do it this way. But if you're okay with not holding on, then we'll add some arms. Stay stable and steady through your core, especially if you have the arms going. So this is a lot of flexing of the foot. This is dorsiflexion of our ankle. So you might be feeling some of this in your shin muscles. It's okay to feel it. Make sure you rest if you need to, though. All right, let's go back to the twisting now. Tiptoes, right and left. Right and left. Now arms opposite. And then faster. 1, 2. So by turning the arms opposite the legs, we're not only asking the core to stabilize, but we're asking the core muscles to help rotate our arms and upper body. All right, you ready to go a little faster? Let's try it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now 1, 2, 3 and hold. 1, 2, 3 and hold. 1, 2, 3 and hold. So the side that we hold on alternates with this pattern. 1, 2, hold right. 1, 2, hold left. Knees to the right. Knees to the left. How you doing? I can definitely feel this in my calf muscles and through my legs. And a little bit in my core too. I hope you can. One more. Now let's go back to the heels. Heel, heel. Hold on. Both legs forward, same time. Both legs back. Forward and back. Now how about if we use the arms in the opposite direction from the legs? Legs forward, arms back. Arms forward, legs back. Now this isn't a super big movement. And remember, you're holding on if you need to. Always make yourself feel safe and like you're doing the right thing for you. And the right thing for you varies from day to day, doesn't it? I know that's true with me. That's true with my clients. That's true with my classes. Every day is different. So pay attention to right now. What's needed for you right now? All right, hold on to the chair. Let's go right heel and then left heel. And then how about same time movement? Right, left, opposite arm, Opposite arm. How about arm up a little higher if you can? Are you feeling this in your shins, the tops of your feet, the fronts of your ankles? You might be. This is a lot of dorsiflexion. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, and 1. All right. Now, tiptoes, but not super high tiptoes, okay? So keep your heels closer to the floor this time. Hold the chair, now let's go out to the right. We sweep out, and then out to the left. We sweep out. Like a semicircle, kind of. Out, in. Can we add a swiveling arm? We did the swiveling arm in the warm-up. See how it feels. Swivel, hand on your lap, or you can still hold the chair with that arm that's not in motion. How about both arms if you can? Swivel. So because we have one foot that's holding still, but it's on a slippery surface, that means we have to stabilize even more through our core. I can feel that taking place in my body. Can you? Four more now. 4, 3. Now the next exercise, we definitely need to hold on to the chair. So we go out and around and in, and then we reverse it. Out and around and in. Again. Reverse. And again, can you do it with hands in your lap? Reverse. Again. Can you add some circling arms? How does your back feel? Your back is having to help stabilize the entire body. Is it getting tired? We're going to do a little stretch for it in a moment. So try to hang in there. We only have 2 more of these. One more. Okay, for now, step off of the sliding surface, whatever you're using. And then we'll bring the feet not on the sliders, but just on the floor. And we'll stack the arms and we'll tip forward from the hip, keeping the back straight, but tipping forward so we can rest some of our core muscles. So you're resting on your arms, shoulders away from the ears. Can you feel the release that happens when you do that through your low back and your hips? All right, hands on your legs, help yourself up. And we just got a couple more exercises with the sliders. So let's go back to our heels now. Holding on to the chair, we go diagonal out and in, diagonal out and in. So not quite to the corner of the chair, not to the side walls, but more a little bit forward, a little bit out. So we need to hold the chair while we're doing this next variation. This is one of the reasons why we warmed up our wrists and our hands so much. Can we try both legs out and in? Try it. Shoulders down, out, go slow, and in. And out, and in. Lift your chest up. All right, continue to hold the chair unless you're feeling really comfortable. Try one with your hands on your legs if you're not sure. All right, and then if you're comfortable with the arms in motion, here's the motion. In, out, in. If you're getting tired, that's what is to be expected from all of this sliding, using our body in ways that we're not used to, right? We're not used to sliding. We're almost finished, so hang on. Now hold on to the chair a little faster. Out, in. Out, in. Can you keep your knees and toes turned out in the same direction? We have 4 more. 3. And 1. Okay, step off. Now one of the sliders goes under your chair out of your way. The other one goes here underneath your left tiptoes. Now make sure that you're stabilizing here. You're holding on. We're going to turn 90-90 like we did in the warm-up, but now press back. Stay there. Lift your chest up. Drop your hip that's closest to me, the one that's off the edge of the chair. Drop that hip down and keep trying to press the slider back behind you. Now you'll stop pressing it back when you feel a good amount of stretch here, an appropriately strong stretch. Nothing painful, nothing too extreme. And then from there, try to keep the slider still. Watch before you go. We're going to try to take the hand closest to me to the outside of the bent leg and then look over the back of the chair. So you can join me now here. Keep breathing. Now, if this is too much, you can do a bunch of different things. You can take your foot off of the slider carefully. You can bend your back knee more. You can not do the twist, or you can do the twist to a lesser degree. Those are all ways to make this not so intense. All right, and then we'll come back to the center, slide the slider in if you're still using it, and we'll turn to the other side. Get the slider under this foot now. Make sure you're holding on as much as you need to. Slide it back. Lift up. Drop the hip that's closest to me down a little bit. Keep pushing the leg back. Intensity is okay as long as it feels appropriate. It's not painful. You don't feel like you're going to fall out of the chair. We don't want any of that. But intensity is okay. A strong stretch, that's not a bad thing. Let's twist. If that's the right thing for you to do, look over the back of the chair. All right, and then we'll release that. Come on back to the center. Now, just like we did when we brought them out from under the chair, we're going to support with one hand, slide both of those sliders under the chair. Now's a great time to get a drink of water. Again, you're going to support with your hand. All right, let's do a little bit more stretching. Slide to the front edge of your chair. Bring your feet forward a little bit, feet in line with hip joints, hands on your legs, straighten one leg, lean forward. And then if you're able to, bring your forearm and your hand down further, but you have to keep your back straight when you do that. And then hands on the legs, let's help ourselves up and we'll switch. Tip forward, and then maybe you go forearm and hand further down. Hands on your legs, help yourself up. Let's scoot back a little bit in our chair. Bring your ankles and knees together. Now ankle over ankle or ankle over knee. Sit up tall and hinge forward from your hip if you need more sensation of stretch. Otherwise, stay up tall. And then we're sitting up and we're switching. Ankle over ankle or ankle over knee. Lean forward. And then sit up, bring both feet down, roll your shoulders up and back and down. So how did you do? By moving our arms, legs, and torso with the sliders, we were able to call for a demand for stability and strength, as well as muscular endurance and mobility through especially our core and our lower body. Thank you for joining me today, but more importantly, thank yourself for being here and treating yourself to some you time. And I'll see you next time.